and if you don't celebrate Easter, happy Art Wednesday, where we do something artistic on a Wednesday. Ignore the face, ignore the hair. We're just doing it today. So I know why you guys are here. You want the market recap. But I'm not going to just give you the market recap. I thought it would be fun to do something else real quick. So I composed a list of what sold during the market, of what we made from this last challenge. Hopefully that made sense. And I think it's very interesting to see. So anything that's a chicken on a swing was made during this challenge. So we sold at least one chicken on a swing. We sold a white chicken. We sold 2 other chickens, which I didn't get their colors for. We sold the pink chicken. We sold so many whales, many spiders, many octopuses. And those were pretty much all made during this market challenge, so. That one, mini octo, the minis. The sewing mushroom boy, that guy sold right away. And I'm like, oh. And this one actually shocked me. The Anchor the octopus we made, it sold right away. The dragon snuggler sold right away. The axolotl sold. Like all the ones in the blossom colors. The only thing I had left of the blossom was that chicken. Which I don't know why. It is what it is. I think it was my fault. I accidentally hit it in the back, not realizing. The bunny in that color palette sold. A frog on the swing sold. And the mallard on the swing sold. I think I missed a sale because they asked if I had any small axolotls. And I just totally forgot about the swings. So that was my bad. But that's a lot of stuff that we made for this specific event, and it sold. And I'm so thankful. And with that being said, we did get 2 custom orders during the event. One of them is a family member, and one of them is a friend. But I'm still going to count them. I'm going to make a list on this paper here, so I don't mess up another paper. But we got a lot of requests, and we're going to write it down. So, this one has been requested a lot, and I don't know why. And I'm kicking myself that I didn't get to make the swings. But penguins. Everyone's been asking for penguins, so we really got to make that happen. I don't know if they're going to come back, but they did want 2 of the hot dog, wiener dog things in the basket, and I only had 1, so they got 1. I hope that's it, because that's all I can remember. I know it was penguins and a hot dog. I can't remember anything else. I think there was one more thing, though. Small axolotls. So, small. So, definitely want to make some of those. But now, the reason you're here, I know. Okay, I forgot what the math was. But, yeah, I'm just going to write what I think it was at the top. It'll be pretty close. So, this market was a 10 to 3, same venue, same everything. Oh, look at my neck. Even my neck isn't burned. The Easter Bunny came from 12 to 1. And, yeah, it was super windy. I was prepared for heat. I brought, a shirt, the same shirt I'm wearing now. Shorts, which I hate shorts, but I wore them. And it wasn't even hot. It was just, there was super winds, super aggressive winds. It was rough. So when I wasn't, because I was busy. When I wasn't busy, I was redoing my booth, holding stuff down. I'm it was rough. So, I did not get the colors for the minis, just because when I'm bagging and trying to, help the customers, I'm not focused on the colors, And that was the mistake I made with the big order I had. I was bagging it as they were shopping, but I didn't write down what they were getting. And then I had another customer right after. And yeah, so that was my fault. But I know what the sales were. And I keep a very detailed list of my inventory. You guys know that. So when I redo my inventory and put them back in the right bins, I'll figure out what I sold. So it works out fine. But, so, you know the little cute, little square containers I got for them? I absolutely loved it as my displayer. So, originally, you see those little buckets? That one? Is it even over there? Hold on. Oh, it's not over there. That's awkward. It was the little white basket, yay big, yay wide. I always have them in there, but since I made so many spiders, they didn't fit in the little bucket. So I left it in the storage container bucket that it had originally, and I actually like that. It allowed them to dig through it a little easier, and I really actually like that. But the first sale of the day, now these don't have time marks because, you know, it is what it is, but... So, the first sale was, I did put colors for this one. A salmon and red mini octo. Which was a new make for this market. That was... Oh, she didn't have enough cash, so she did 2 on cash and 2 on Venmo. I will say that I did lower prices from what was originally on my spreadsheet. Like, somebody wanted 2 things and they were a little short, so I'm like, just give me what you got, you know? The fried egg, you know the egg and avocado toast that had been sticking around for like 5 years? It finally went, and I was like, it went to a little kid as well. Not little, but like, you know? And she was so cute, and yeah. She actually brought her whole family back, and that was one of the bigger orders, too. So this is where I got confused, because I swore that the same little kid bought 2 Pop-Tarts and the hot dog wiener in the basket thing. But when I looked at it, it wasn't the 2 Pop-Tarts I thought she got. But I counted. I had 7. And I had 9 originally on my docket sheet. So she did take 2 Pop-Tarts, but I don't know which 2 she took, which isn't important. But it was $20 and it was cash. Now, as you know with the turtles, I have like a bunch of different sizes of turtles. I got the itty bitty ones, the mediums, and then the bigger size that are like the weighted sunflowers, which didn't sell. So, $5 turtle. And then the Anchor the Octopus went. So, for like on my sheets, they were 25, but they were already tagged at like 20. So, the blue one was the smaller one. So, it had a tag of 20, but I just did 15. Because I didn't feel right charging her the same price, you know? So, 15. Cash. And then the avocado toast sold. This market was just specifically for me getting rid of all that old stock. And it worked out great. I want to get but I want to sell the gummy bears, the poppets, the flowers, the fidgets, all that stuff. So I had it at $2. It still didn't sell, unfortunately. But that stuff hasn't moved in months and months. No matter what market, it's not doing anything. Same with the Mushy Boys. So I'm just trying to get rid of that stuff. Like, I love the Mushy Boys. I love how they look. But they don't do anything. And I'm like, I would rather make room for the stuff I know is going to sell, you know? So, yeah. The Pikachu Snuggler, which I've also had for a while, sold at $10. The snake that I think we also made in that blossom color, if I'm not mistaken, it sold. I didn't know what to price it at, so I just did $5. A turtle and a chicken on the swing for $10. I put a spider and a bear. The bear was that little itty bitty, this yay big brown one with the acrylic bow. They were both $2. We sold a hat and check. And then the little girl wanted the sewing mushy boy, but she also wanted the baskets. You know, there's those baskets. So I was just trying to get rid of those baskets as well. So I wasn't charging them for it. Don't let my mom hear that. So with the hatching chicken and the sew mushroom in the basket, it was just $20. They got a baby safe cow. The cows are finally moving. Like at this market, they sold. And I'm like, I was so happy. I didn't remember what I charged for it. I think I charged 15, but I wasn't sure, so I put 10 here as well. Just to be safe. The baby possum. The fuzzy one, and it's so funny. Let me explain. So I sent a picture in my group chat of the baby fuzzy possum because I love it. Couldn't figure out why it wasn't selling. So my coworker said, OMG, I want it. And right after that, it immediately sold. I'm like, it was so funny. It literally sold 5 minutes later. This is the big order, by the way. A baby possum, a candy corn, a yellow duck, and a frog in a swing. And I know I'm missing something because her total was 40. And that's only 25. So I don't remember what it was, but I was doing the math as she was doing it. I should have been writing it down, but it is what it is. We sold the axolotl snuggler that was in the blossom color. A stingray and a turtle. I'm like, yes. Those stingrays, again, they're not moving. They're just like, so the next order was a turtle and something else. I forgot what it was. I know it was, this is $6. I don't know where that math was coming from. Because the turtle would have been 2 or 5. I think her total was supposed to be 7. I don't know. The pink and white chicken sold to 2 smaller kids. And I asked what their ages were. Don't worry. Somebody bought a bee. They bought a bee and then something else for $2, which was probably one of the minis. We sold a baby whale, and then the bunny dragon combo. The blossoms went together as a group. It was so cute. These were 2 separate orders, but we sold 2 chickens and 2 smaller minis. They took one of each. And guys, we got rid of the red dino that I've been holding on to because nobody's wanted him. I put him in the $2 bin, and he went right away. And I'm so happy. There was nothing wrong with it. I really didn't like it. I'm so happy he went to a better home. We sold 2 chicken nuggies, and that was the one that was short, like $2. And I'm like, it's fine. Some of the chicken nuggies are kind of smaller anyway, so I'm like, you're good, girl. She was an older person, middle age. But you know, that's not the point. We sold one of the Peeps for $5. It was not the big one. It was like one of the medium ones. A spider and a chicken. A spider again. The big pickle. So, for some reason, if you guys remember, I had an acrylic Santa. And this acrylic Santa had a Santa hat. Somehow, Santa went home without his Santa hat. So I've had this hat for a long time. So I put the Santa hat on the pickle to make it a Christmas pickle, you know? And it sold. I'm like, yes! And then the last sale of the day was a baby whale. And that is everything. And our grand total was $260 something. I'm not doing the math again. It was $260 something, and that was between It was mainly card and cash. We had a few stray transactions on like Venmo, I think, but it was only like $3. So, yeah, we did amazing. But as you can tell, the sun is no joke. I am very burnt. I'm peeling over here. So yeah, May is going to be my last market, May 10th. I do have to go buy my slots. But after that, I'm going to be taking June, July, and this lighting is horrible, my goodness. Hold on. I don't think that's any better. June, July, and September off for markets. August, somewhere in there. Yeah, so we'll probably come back September and October. So I'm gonna have some market prep in between those, obviously, but I'm not gonna go too ham because I want to make sure that I am finishing the 2 custom orders and the blanket during those months. So we're gonna be market prepping like crazy for this month until May 10th, and then we are going to take a break from that. So what most likely will happen is the videos will be challenge videos or something like that. So I can market prep for those. And we'll see how it goes. Because I'm also going to be starting my new job after Joanne's dies. I'll talk about that later once it's official. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am actually going to go play video games. But I wanted to get this video done. And I wanted to get Sunday's video done. Saturday's video done. But I might do that one tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had a great Easter if you celebrated. And I will see you guys on Saturday.